Good morning, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine, right? And I hope you all are studying too, right? Okay. So, students, today we will start a new chapter of your science textbook. Okay? And in that chapter, we are going to learn many new things. Okay? Actually, they are not new because you have come across it many times. But today we will have some detailed description and we will also try that we do our best. Okay? So, let's start the new chapter. Chapter 5, Coal and Petroleum. Okay. You may have heard many times, these are very common words which we use in our daily life, coal and petroleum. And you also know that they are a kind of fuels which provide us with some kind of energy. And which is that energy? That is heat energy, right? So, when we need heat energy, we use these kind of fuels, and these fuels on burning provide us with the energy. Okay? So, students, before starting our chapter, let's go through some of the questions. Okay? So, can you tell how many kinds of resources are present on earth? Think of it. Children, there are mainly two kinds of resources present on earth. Okay, what are those? They are basically natural and man-made resources. Okay, then you may wonder, what are the natural resources present on the earth? Can you name some? Yes, why not? They are air, water, then the most important one, sunlight. Let's go through some man-made resources too. What are the man-made resources which are present on the earth? Plastic, paper, and many more are there. Okay. Then a very important question arises is, does all the natural resources, all the man-made resources, or all the kinds of resources present on the earth is present forever? Can you say, children, that they are present forever? No, obviously not. Some are there which are present forever and it is not going to end. And there are many which will end in the coming future if we use it more and more. Okay. Students, have you heard about the basic needs of life? Okay, we all have some basic needs. What are those? Food, air, water, shelter. All these are the basic needs without which existence of our life is not possible on earth. Okay. So, to make these things possible, make this basic needs possible on earth, there are these resources which help us to make our existence on earth very much possible. Okay. What all things we get from the earth or some resources which we make are whatever we are getting, they are coming under resources. In our daily life, okay, suppose for example, if I tell you that I give you some questions and I tell you that, okay students, find out and come tomorrow. Okay, so you will use many sources for that. Okay, you can use internet, you can use your textbook, you can use many other things, right? So all those things will come under resources. Okay, in the same way, there are many resources, either man-made or natural, which help us in making our life or our existence possible on this planet. They are termed as resources. I hope you all are clear with what are resources. Okay. So now we will move towards what are the types of resources present on this earth. As you can see, the first is divided into two parts as we have discussed earlier, that is natural and man-made resources. A very good example of natural resources is air. Then we come across man-made. Under man-made, the most common example which we see is plastic. Okay. Then these natural resources are again divided into two parts, into two subtypes. They are living and non-living. See students, one particular thing can be divided into many types, okay, based on different categories. So here this living and non-living category, this division is on the basis of the nature, is on the basis of the nature of what? Nature of the resources. Okay. That from where they are obtained, what are the properties, what are the characteristics. Based on that, they are divided into two subtypes. What are that? They are living and non-living resources. Under living, we have many examples like plants, animals, microorganisms, etc. Here we have taken the example of plants. Okay. Then under non-living resources also we have many examples. Here we can take an example called soil. Soil is a kind of non-living resources present on the earth. Okay. So students, one more another category under which the natural resources are divided is availability. Okay. Availability. What do you mean by availability? Under availability, we can say that how much it is present, where it is present, from where it is obtained. All these things tell us about the availability of the natural resources. So, on the basis of availability, natural resources are again classified into two, that is inexhaustible and exhaustible natural resources. Under inexhaustible, it is the example of sunlight. Okay. Under exhaustible, we can take the example of fossil fuels. Further, we will come across fossil fuels, don't worry. Now, inexhaustible and exhaustible natural resources have one more name. Can you tell that name? The another name for inexhaustible resources is the renewable sources of energy. Exhaustible are the non-renewable sources of energy. The name itself tells that sunlight or the energy which is inexhaustible is also renewable. Means they can be used again and again. Okay. But the non-renewable ones cannot be used again and again, and it takes a very long time for them to form again. Okay. Some more examples under exhaustible can be forest, can be the minerals, and many more. Okay. So now what is actually fossil fuel? Before coming to know what is fossil fuel, firstly let us come to know that what are fuels. Okay, what are fuels? Fuels are the substances which produce a lot of heat on burning. Some examples of fuels may be LPG. You all know LPG. LPG is the liquefied petroleum gas which we use for cooking. Then another can be wood, then coal, etc. Okay, so the formation of these fuels are different from one another. Okay, some are formed from some other source, some are formed from some other source. So in this way, based on how they are formed, they are categorized into different categories. So under that, one important category is fossil fuels. Okay, fossil fuels, the name fossil have been heard by us many times, right? What are fossils? Fossils is related to the formation from something which is already dead. Okay, so very clear cut definition of fossil fuels could be the fuels which are formed in nature from dead remains of plants and animals are known as fossil fuels. Okay, and the best example under that could be coal and petroleum. Yes, so here our main topic, the chapter. Actually, the chapter is starting from here. So, in today's class, under the topic fossil fuels and the introduction, we came to know about the resources of the earth. Okay, we learned about the fuels, and in that we learned about the fossil fuels also. Okay, and we came to know that fossil fuels are found deep inside the earth's crust. Okay, and they are formed from the dead remains of plants and animals. So, this was just a very beginning of the chapter before moving into the actual topic, which is coal and petroleum. In the next class, we are going to learn the main topic. Okay, coal. Our main topic, and the first part of our main topic will be coal. We will learn about coal in detail. So students, based on today's topic, here are some questions which we will do and show me now. Okay, the first question is, name 3 renewable resources. Okay, second question is, name 3 fossil fuels. Then third one is, name 3 natural resources. Okay, these are the 3 questions which you will do it and show me now. Okay, be quick and give the answers. Very good students. You all have done the work. Okay, and you were quick also. So this means you have understood the chapter. Very good. So we will just discuss the most common answers. First one is, name 3 renewable resources. So under this, the examples or the names could be air, sunlight and water. Then next question is, name 3 fossil fuels. Under fossil fuels, we can name mostly coal, petroleum and natural gas. Okay. Then our third question is, name 3 natural resources. What could be that? It could be forest, it could be sunlight, then and fossil fuels too, because they are also present naturally inside the earth. So students, that's all for today. In the next class, we will study the rest of the chapter. And for today, these are some questions as home assignment for you. You will do and come. If you have any doubt, then don't worry. We will discuss it in the next class. Okay, before moving to the further topic, we will discuss these questions in the class, and you all try to do the questions. Okay, they are very easy. These are the questions related to what we have studied today itself. Okay, so hope you all will do the homework and study well. Okay, have a good day. Thank you.